So tell me, have you or someone you know ever just been having a really great day, only to have it ruined by some random thing? Well, for 3 easy payments of $59.99 to my Venmo at Blackie Chain MMA, I will send you a video clip every single day on Snapchat saying stuff like, "You got this. Never give up. Today's a good day to have a good day. It's all or nothing. Or is it? If it wasn't for you, the world would just be a terrible place." And for a limited time only a limited time, I promise, for you females out there, if you need that guy that says, "Those jeans don't make your butt look big," I am he. But today only, if you Venmo me $10, I will send you a video every single day. Send me the outfit, and then I will respond like, "That's a great outfit." Or I'll respond, no. So I never realized how cool the freaking wallpaper in this bathroom was. Take some pictures. Bet. Anyway, so yeah, today's Thursday. That means it's story time with Mr. Chan. I'm trying to think of a story to tell y'all, and I remembered one from summer camp. So this is crazy, right? Basically, I was I don't know, I'm gonna give y'all 2 stories from them, but they're gonna go real quick. First story, it's my first time working at summer camp, right? And I'm like freaking out because like, I've always worked with kids, you know what I mean? But just like at the school or like VBS or anything like that. But not like, you have to live with the kids and you're their counselor, and Pastor Josue just like, "You know what? I'm gonna take Keith totally out of his element, and I'm just gonna stick him with a bunch of children," which was kind of cool. I learned a lot that summer, but let's start from the very beginning. Anyway, so I'm there. Now this is the funny part. While I'm waiting, like we're basically like lined up. You know, like when you're the captain of the, you know, in elementary school, and you're like choosing, like, "All right, you, yeah, Tim, come with me, Tim. Sarah. Come on, Sarah, you're with us. Jerome, oh yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much how that went. And, but this is the opposite because the kids choose you. And so I'm looking at all the other counselors who are set up, and they're all like, "Hey, welcome to camp." That's a pretty good impression of camp people, right? "Hey, bright-eyed, bushy-tail." Anyway, so there I was just standing there. I had my little name tag, and I had my hat, and I think I had a do-rag in my black hat because like I didn't want to get ticks in my hair because my hair was super long back then, like super long. Anyway, so I'm standing there and there's nobody coming to the raccoon cabin. I was pissed. I'm like, man, all these other counselors have been here before. These kids are looking at me like I'm like the tallest freaking person. Then I was like super ripped. So I was like 185, 187 at the same height. So there was just like zero body fat. I'm just like standing there like, "All right, who's coming to my cabin?" Imagine you're a little 6-year-old and you're like, "Geez, sir, can I come to your cabin?" Nah, so my first dang, I'm trying to remember his name right now. Somebody help me out if you knew who my first camper was. His sister's name is Hannah. Hannah and anyway, he walked, nerdy kid, and he knows it. So super nerdy kid, just kind of just walk with his head down like this, walking past all the cabins, and all the other cabins had the quote unquote cool kids, and they're all high-fiving and, you know, "Yeah, man, oh yeah, good to see you," and I'm sitting there like, all right, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, Pastor Sway, you brought me out of my freaking comfort zone, and then now I'm standing here, and no kids want to be in my cabin. Like, I just you gotta throw off the whole counselor, you know what I mean? So this kid walks by, oh, his name's it's gonna hit me in the face. Anyway, walks by and he's like, anybody in your cabin? I looked at him, I was like, nah. Like, you pick a cabin yet? And he's like, no. I'm like, well, I'm the raccoon cabin, so if you wanna come with me, that's cool. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go tell my mom. And then he like ran away. What? So later, I'm going to my cabin trying to figure out, you know, what's gonna happen. I'm talking to my assistant counselor, and then I went back up to the pavilion where they were picking, you know, the kids were picking. And so now it's not only him, it's him and his buddy. So these are like the 6, 7-year-olds, right? So him and his buddy come up to me and he's like, hey, this is the guy. We're gonna be in his cabin. We're gonna be raccoon cabin. And the kid's like, raccoon? Oh my God, I love raccoons. Oh. And I was like, okay, there's 2. Now, mind you, I think the total in a cabin could be 8. So I had 2 people. Everybody else had 8 within, like, you know what I mean? And people are still walking around trying to figure out which cabin they could go to, but it's like all of them are full. Like, I'm the only one. What are you doing? Of course, I couldn't say that because, you know, I'm a camp counselor. So I'm just, who wants to be in my cabin? Anybody? Anybody? Hello? Hello? Me? Pick me? Choose me? No? No? So this kid, he's there and he goes to his sister. He's like, hey, I'm going to be in his cabin. And she's like, okay, well, have fun. Right? And him and his buddy. And then so this other kid comes over and he's like, do you have a cabin? No, he said, are you a counselor? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, which one are you? Are you the coyote cabin? No, we're not no dang coyote cabin. Coyote cabin, I'm gonna tell you, is all the cool kids, all the kids that like excelled at every sport and had all the girlfriends at like 6 and 7 years old. You know what I mean? Like that was coyote cabin. And I was just like, no, I'm not no coyote cabin. I mean, you know, thanks for thinking I'd be in coyote. Watch out now. No, but no, I'm a raccoon cabin. You could join us. There's only 2 of us now. He's like, yeah, I'll come. And so it had them 3, and then walking back, one of his buddies was like, hey, can I come with you guys? Came with us. So literally had glasses, freckles, snot nose, asthma having, just, oh my goodness gracious, like what a cabin I had. But here's where it got awesome. Or am I at 8 minutes? All right, this is where it got awesome. So we have this thing called Loud and Proud. Loud and Proud just means that every morning at check-in, we have to raise the flag, and it's just called Loud and Proud. And so basically, you do this in such a way that, like, you know, it's America. You know, we put up the American flag and then the camp flag or whatever. And you like originally you just marched and did it, but guess what I came up with? So our day was Tuesday. So Monday was like the counselors, and they showed like how to do it. And then they're like, raccoon cabin, you guys are loud and proud tomorrow. So like I have all the nerdy kids, right? Mind you. And I'm looking at my crew like, bro, hold up. Like, we're gonna wow, I can't talk. We're gonna make a skit. So I got all 8 of my little nerdy kids, because by this time, a couple more kids came overnight and then one that morning or something like that. And I got all these little, you know, like, have you ever seen those movies like Big Shots, or I don't even know what that movie's called. Camp something. Anyway, just like all the outcasts. And I was like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We are going to raise the flag, but we're gonna have a skit. And so what we did was we created a skit where it was cowboys and Indians type of deal. And then like the smallest little guy, my first camper, he was like the main sheriff, and he's like, phew. And so what I did was I got some of the props, right? And I had a headdress on, and I had the freaking whole get up, native attire. And then I hid on top of the medical building. Mind you, back then I was parkour and I could do flips off anything and whatever. And so here I am on top of this building, right? Waiting. And it's like 6 a.m. So we were out there super early preparing, because my idea was, actually, we did not go to sleep because I had a computer and we were watching VeggieTales. Sorry, Pastor Osway, I'm admitting this years later. Oops. Anyway, I was on top of the medical building waiting. So my kids were out there by themselves with my assistant counselor, and everybody's like looking for me, and all the kids are, walking up to the flagpole, like, they call out each cabin, you say your name, here, blah, 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 doing all that. So all of a sudden, they're looking around and they don't see my cabin. They're like, where's Raccoon Cabin? All of a sudden you hear, like, it was crazy. Like, kids are coming out the bushes, and the people, it was like cowboys versus the natives, and they were just back and forth, and these fake guns, and we just had this whole skit about raising the flag. And then I was Chief Wanahakalugi, right? Dope. So here I am on top of this building, and I'm like, stop! Like, with my voice, I was, stop! Can you imagine hearing that? Like, you're just like 6 a.m. and all of a sudden you hear, stop! Yo, so I'm on top of this freaking medical building with this headdress and all this native gear, like a little, what's it called? The little sheath thing. And I'm up there with my bow, and I'm all like, and I think I had the flag in my hand. And so I like, took 2 steps, and then I just did like a little front flip off of the building, landed, and then I'm like walking up, and then they like shot me or whatever. And then like, as I'm dying, I'm like passing off the flag, and I was like, don't you drop it. You know what I mean? Because once you drop the flag, you gotta burn it. And I pass it off, and then he gets the flag, and then they raise it, and I'm like dying on the ground with all these ants like crawling in my, me and all the half the cabin that died, we're just like, and assistant counselor and them raised the flag. Bro, everybody was tripping. They were like, what? Oh my gosh, no, we've never seen anything like that. I'm like, yeah, us nerdy people, us outcasts, we're pretty cool. Yeah, that was like the coolest thing ever. I took a group of outcast kids and made them like the coolest people that whole week. And then, so check this out. Loud and Proud now became a contest, because like we set the bar. Like, that was my first time at camp, first time doing anything like that. And we just set the bar high, you know what I mean? And then the rest of the week, people were trying to make skits and stuff, and they were okay, but like they'll never be as cool as the Raccoon Cabin. What's up? Anyway, I say that because I've actually been thinking about working at summer camp again this year, which I know is kind of like a, I'm 28 now, but dude, like, you can't go wrong working at summer camp. You know what I'm saying? I've really been thinking about it. I don't know, because it was just such a great experience. You know what I mean? I miss it. I miss working at camp. I miss the songs and the people, and like just being on fire at the end of summer, and you're just like, So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's just a little quick story from, what, oh my gosh, that was like 12, 13 years ago. Dang. Well, that's been story time with Mr. Chan. Hope you enjoyed that little trip down memory lane. I'm in Oklahoma, talking like an Okie. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. It was kind of cool remembering all that. Just like, there's other things that happened that week, But yeah, like one of my guys, like he wanted, because like we have this thing called Vespers, and it's like people come together and we would like pray or something, and like talk about God or whatever at the end of camp. And you can ask a girl to go with you. And one of my guys, he wanted to ask a girl, and I like, hey, kind of taught him a little bit. And then what I did was got all of the female staff to go with him. Like, I got so many stories from camp. Man, I might just hit y'all up with those every week. I don't know. Other than that, it's been Blanket Chan MMA. If you enjoyed this story, go ahead and smash that like button, which is over here. And then, if this is your first time to my channel, go ahead and press subscribe. You know you want to. I know you want to. Other than that, I'm out. Make sure you follow all my social media, which is all down below. If you are new, once again, and you don't know who Amanda is, go find out who Amanda is. Link's right there in the description. Man, it's pretty dope. For all you moms out there, Mommy Mondays, hey, it's pretty cool. And I'm not a mom, but it's kind of cool seeing that side of things because, like, if I ever do get married, I'll know, like, kind of how, like, moms think and how moms prepare. Like, she did, like, this whole night routine the other day with her daughter. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, I would have just been like, hey, Tykeisha, hey, go to bed. Kidding, I would never name my daughter Tykeisha. All right, I'm out.